Now, I know this is a confronting video, but this is what's left of my younger brother's ute. And yeah, I hope no one else has to go through this sort of pain, losing their family members, but that's what the video is about. I want to bring awareness to people going out four-wheel driving, getting complacent, and I just don't want anyone else to have to go through this. A little over a month ago, my brother was four-wheel driving down Rollemans Road, which is a track we've been doing for years, and unfortunately passed away. So he rolled the ute 13 times, and there's a number of different things, there's a lot of what ifs about what happened, but I'm just going to go through it, run through some things with yous, and just remind everyone, stop becoming complacent. It was no one's fault, but yeah, it definitely could have been avoided, and there's a number of ways it could have been avoided. So first and foremost, tyre pressures. Now I know Shauno and Graham on 4Drive 24/7 always carry on about it, but it's deadly serious when it comes to some certain tracks, especially in the wet. Now it was raining that night, and it was at night time, so two major contributing factors. When you're doing night runs, always let your tyres down. I understand why he became very complacent about it, because we had done this track since we were little kids, literally rode push bikes up and down it. But yeah, as you can see, his tyre, well, one of the tyres, all the other ones definitely would have been the same PSI before this happened. Completely full, would have been 38 PSI I think when I checked it. Now another thing is recovery gear. It's one thing that I told him to do, is get a recovery kit. Doesn't matter if you want to spend heaps of money or a little bit of money, even a King's set of recovery gear is enough, and it will get you through if you need to. So what happened was they had a chain, wasn't the right type of thing to be recovering with, him and his mates, and the chain slipped off the bull bar. And it wasn't just the chain, there was a strap, but this wasn't a snatch strap, it was something that you tie down with your ute with. So there's two major things that went wrong, and could have been avoided. This 110% could have been avoided. I'm not saying it's anyone's fault, I'm just saying this could have been avoided by tyre pressures, proper recovery gear, a winch. So I just want to make the suggestion to everyone else out there to really think about it when you go on the tracks. Make sure you got recovery gear, proper recovery gear. These days, just like my business, nearly every single four-wheel drive recovery, any shop, basically anything four-wheel drive, will have Afterpay, Zip Pay, Hum, all of those. If you don't have the money, go and buy some. Doesn't matter, pay it off. It's safety for you, and you won't have to go through something as tragic as this. Now, a lot of people rag on these King's Dominator winches, but I had mine running the entire day pulling Nathan's car out. Never had any issues with it. The only thing that ever played up with the King's Dominator winches, ones that I've had over the years, is their solenoid. So if you're so worried about that, replace the solenoid, put a decent branded solenoid in them. The motors and gearboxes themselves are fine, there's nothing wrong with them. Literally winched for nearly 7 hours that day to pull Nathan's car out, and yeah, it obviously you rest it, run it for 30 seconds, give it a break, run it for 30 seconds, give it a break. Don't continuously be punishing on it, and it'll last you forever. It's just the solenoids that play up in these King's winches. I've got nothing other than that to complain about. So winch solenoids, if you know how to wire and fit a winch yourself, do it. They're cheap enough, just get one.
Can't go anywhere now, dog.
Now, I'm guilty of being very complacent myself with just doing tracks, not thinking about it, just getting through it and thinking about later how much I could have done that better, could have thought about doing this a bit safer. Now, this exact track I'd gone through with the camper, as you can see in this video, going down the same hill, the exact same track, done it in the cruiser numerous times. Me and Nathan had done this track. I'd had to winch to the top of this track a few times. He knew what he was doing, he'd just become complacent. That's all it was. It's no one's fault whatsoever. As I was saying in the start of the video, I just want to raise awareness to just some of the situations you get in. Think about what you're doing. Get out of the car. Think about it. Really, truly think about what you're doing. Take a breather and just think about it. That's all I'm saying.